Hello my crafty friends, welcome back to Cardz TV. This is Mary, and today we're going to make a quick friendship card or thinking of you card. We'll use the Cricut Just Because Cards cartridge. I haven't used this in forever, but it's got some cute images in here. And we'll use one of my Cardz TV stamp sets called A Day at the Beach. And from this one, I think we're going to use You Float My Boat. So let me get this moved out of the way and we'll get started. I've cut a white card base so that it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and the fold is at the top, but I'm going to turn it sideways so it'll open like this. Just a little bit different, but I like that. And on top of this, I've got this beautiful blue I'm going to add on, and this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I'll go ahead and get this attached to the front. Now I have another piece of white, and I've embossed this with this Stampin' Up! Fancy Fan embossing folder. I think that's so pretty. And I've got the fan shape going this way, so it kind of looks like waves to me. And I've cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. So I'll get this layered onto the front. I love that. So pretty. Now we're going to put this aside because I've got a piece of red, a piece of blue, and this piece of white cardstock. I've cut an oval out of the center, and I used my Spellbinders classic oval set, and I used the largest oval and my Big Shot to cut this oval out, and I also ran this through that Fancy Fan embossing folder. Love the way that looks. But I've got a red mat, and this is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And to go behind this white oval, I have a blue mat, and I cut it just a little bit smaller than the oval because I didn't want it to show through around the edges. This is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, and the white mat is 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. And you can see it's a little bit smaller. So I'm going to get these two put together and then put this on the red, and then we'll attach this to the front of the card. This is going to be really cute. Now this is ready to go on the front of the card, and I've already got my adhesive on there. So we're just going to center this from side to side and top to bottom. That looks good. Next, I've cut some little banners. I've got a little red banner and a blue banner. I cut the red one at 3/8 of an inch wide by 2 1/2 inches, and I've notched the ends, and that's going to go right here. And the blue one, I've cut it 1/2 inch by 2 3/4 inches, and I've also notched the ends of that. And that's going to go right there, just like that. And then I've got this cute little sailboat that's going to go right in the oval. And you'll find this sailboat in the Just Because Cards cartridge on page 67. And it's layer 1, layer 2, and if you want to do the shadow, you can do layer 3. But I just did layer 1 and layer 2, and I used blue, white, ivory, and red, and I've got this on 1 thickness of foam tape. So I'm going to go ahead and get my banners on right over here and get my sailboat stuck down, and then we'll add the sentiment and a few other embellishments, and we'll have our quick little friendship card done. Okay, now we're ready to add our sentiment. And if you didn't want to use You Float My Boat on this card, there's a couple others on this set you could use as well. You could use Anchors Away, or Smooth Sailing, or Ahoy. Either one of those would work. But I like You Float My Boat. Now, I've got my sentiment stamped in Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I use this Stampin' Up! Artisan Label Punch. I love that one. That's such a nice shape, and it's different. And I've got that on 1 thickness of foam tape. And of course, I thought it needed some buttons. So I've got 2 little dark navy blue buttons, and I've run some crochet thread through there, and these are on glue dots, and I'm going to put one here and the other one right down here. And I'll go ahead and get this sentiment on there, and we're done. Here's my finished card, and I just love this red, white, and blue together, and I like the nautical theme. I hope maybe this has inspired some of you to get out some of your cartridges that maybe you haven't used in a while and take another look at them and see what you can create. Thank you so much for coming by today, guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye now.